10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
It's the last day for most seniors.
And most of us just have one more week of tests to
Ace!
endure.
Today we'll be featuring the storytelling works of our first year crew.
And the advanced crew have put together a few special senior features. I'm Ashley Elmore.
And I'm Sienna Elliott, and this is The Deck.
Take your time and your time will come. Don't be afraid now, lonely one. See the darkest shadows and the brightest sun.
Throughout the show, we will be featuring some senior girls whose contribution to the community absolutely rocks. From interning to raising money for worthy causes, the Deck's Mawal City, Demi Wright, and Noemi Griffin start us off with Jessica Carr.
I started Girl Scouts when I was in first grade. I really liked it once I got to high school because I got to do a lot of things like traveling to different countries with the Girl Scouts.
Jessica received the Gold Award, which is the highest honor a Girl Scout can receive. This award requires that girls complete over 40 hours of service, and their project must reach a global audience.
A bunch of people at my old school, which was like this really small private school, they told me that I didn't look pretty and that no one would ever like me. It wasn't until I got into Decatur that I realized that's not true and that's not what people think. There are so many girls who go through what I had and believing what other people say and then hating themselves for it. I knew I wanted to be the support for them.
Jessica worked with the Universal Records band Cimarelli and the writer of the Body Piece column for 17 magazine on her story.
I just sent them Facebook messages. Within that same day they replied and they said, sure, we'd love to, because that's what, our message is all about. Have you ever felt pressured to look a certain way?
Absolutely. I think the media puts way too much pressure on what girls should look like.
Put your hands on the glass and you're trying to pull you through. You just gotta be strong.
I was really nervous knowing I was going to go meet them and get to actually interview them, but they were so nice. I've really only had positive feedback from it. All of the comments, there are a few hundred comments on there, and a lot of them are girls saying how much they loved it, and how they were so glad Cimarelli was able to express their views on positive body image. And they were just really thankful.
That was the first girl in our series, Jessica Carr. Stay tuned to see the next two.
It seems like the soccer and lacrosse players are barely off the field, but the football team is already gearing up for summer workouts. The Deck's Ashley Elmore, Janae Richards, and Sydney Rayam found a player that surprised everyone when workouts started.
The school's sports teams are open to as many new and different players as possible. Summer workouts are steadily approaching, but the guys aren't the only ones getting ready. Sophomore Deanna Morgan has decided to try out for the Decatur High School's football team.
I would be a lineman, technically line woman. It actually started out when I was in band season, and we were watching the guys play, and I was like, I think I might like that. So I was like, I'll try it. I do think that as far as my position and what I'll be able to do, I'll be good at that particular thing.
Deanna's mother hopes her daughter will have a positive experience on the team.
I would hope they would treat her like a team player. She's a girl, remember that, but also treat her, as you would, welcome her and accept her.
Head football coach Scott Jackson is still getting used to the idea of a girl trying out for the team.
I resisted her at first, but to her credit, she was persistent with it. And so I think, if she can make it, she'll do a good job. I don't want to flood of girls, no. It's not that, it's just, in my experience, they just it's a little too physical sometimes for them. And so we'll see how she goes.
Morgan doesn't only have to deal with the physical restraints with trying out for the team, but has to worry about being accepted.
I'll probably be really scared when the guys are like running at me. That's like my main concern, like freaking out and then like being all girly.
Fellow lineman Dominic Antonozzi is very positive about Morgan trying out for the football team.
I mean, I'm supporting Deanna as much as I would support any other player on the team. If we're fighting for a spot, I'm not going to, ease up for her or anything. It's just she's another player on the team. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter to me whether or not you're a girl, boy, or anything.
After we shot this story, Morgan's mother had a change of heart, so instead, she's going to pursue drill team in the fall. For The Deck, I'm Ashley Elmore. With the season over, the golfers have teed up for the last time with departing coach Olivia Roller. The Deck's Lucas Ryder and Caleb Spencer caught up with the team several weeks ago to play a few holes.
So I joined last year in 10th grade.
I joined the golf team to better my leadership skills and learn about nature at the same time.
I started playing golf because in about 6th grade, my dad had played it for a while and he wanted me to play, and I tried it and I really enjoyed it.
Other sports are mental games, but golf is the hardest sport I've ever played. Not really on a team. You have a team, but you're kind of by yourself. So once you start messing up and once you start getting mad, you don't have other people to rely on and fix your mistakes. It's only you. Golf, if you quit playing for a month, you're not going to be good.
That's going to be way over.
Get one of his hands.
Go ahead and put in.
And golf is a lot more relaxed than the other sports, and golf demands a lot less of you.
Golf takes a lot more concentration because it's like one shot compared to an entire game. So I think it's definitely a lot more about precision, whereas softball and other sports are more about endurance.
With 3 freshmen making the team for regionals, the future of the Decatur golf team looks bright.
I've been golfing on a team for just this 1 year, but I've been playing golf for much longer than that.
I have to say I'm not super serious, I only play during the season and stuff, but I would definitely like to keep playing during high school and possibly play in college.
Hopefully I'll be able to get a job playing golf professionally, or at least allow it to look good on my college resume.
For The Deck, I'm Lucas Ryder.
What was that?
Our next girl is Taylor Randleman, who works at Amnesty International.
I've been interested in human rights since middle school, and so, in your research of how you can become an activist, Amnesty is top on the list. We're a nonprofit that focuses on human rights abuses and getting the word out to people so that they know the facts about what's happening in the world around them and how they can help. We have lots of different campaigns ranging from death penalty to women's rights. One that we've been focusing a lot on this year has been the Stand Your Ground and trying to get rid of that. So we made signs at our last conference and had a protest in the Decatur Square. My main focus has been social media and trying to get people more active through our Facebook and Twitter and Instagram. Time that I've been here, I've seen the participation on our Facebook page grow, and that, some of the activists are sending us pictures of things they've done. We can post about it and more people are liking it. It's an easy way for people to become active in things they care about, because I would definitely say in Decatur people care about human rights. They just don't have any outlets to take that care and make it into something.
You just heard Taylor Randleman's experience at Amnesty International. We have one more girl in our series, so stay tuned.
If you haven't checked out 310.org in a while, you're missing out on some great stories. Here's some of what you'll find there now. Enough already about the school year ending. The Deck's Terrell Cronick joined Kevin and me to look back to the beginning of the school year through the eyes of 2 freshmen. Like rock climbing, fishing is a pastime that tends to fly under the radar. The Deck's Felix Poley, Nick Skoranek, and Connor Van Buren caught up with a group who've made fishing a weekly hobby. Most people wouldn't consider taking artwork out of galleries and putting it in alleys and tunnels for the public to see. The Deck's Breland Thornton, Casey Todd, and Shamira Days went looking for public art that everyone can enjoy. Keeping up with schoolwork, sports, and clubs is challenging enough for most students, especially when spring fever hits. But keeping a job, that makes the workload feel even heavier. The Deck's Hannah Boykin and Lindsay Murphy talked to 2 students about working to earn a paycheck. Some senior athletes have played their sports for the last time on a formal team, and the Deck's Corey Anderson, Tyler Axum, and Elizabeth Jean spoke to them about it all coming to an end. Point your web browser to Decatur's student-produced media site, 310.org, and remember to like 310 Convergence on Facebook to stay up to date on new story posts.
You may have climbed Stone Mountain, but I bet you haven't tackled an indoor climbing facility like this one. The Deck's Joel Shimada, Jude Holmes, and Jonathan Thomas followed 2 students who practice at this gym 4 days a week.
2 students take rock climbing to a new level by competing on teams and making rock climbing a part of their everyday lives. Freshman Landon Lucy shares his experience about a fall he took while climbing.
I was climbing some route and it had like a dyno in it, which is when you have to jump for a hold. And my belayer had too much slack out, so I jumped for it and I like grabbed it, but I started to swing out from the wall. My belayer caught me when I was like a foot above the ground, but like with rope stretch I still hit the ground.
Rock climbing walls are rated on a scale from 5.0 to 515.
I climb 512s all the time. The closest I've gotten to getting a 513, I was on the last move and I fell. And that was my last try for the day, and then the next day they reset the walls, so I didn't get to try it again, which frustrated me a lot.
Rock climbing ropes can cost $100 to $200, shoes $30 to $80, and harnesses $30 to $100. But there are other types of rock climbing that don't use this equipment.
Deepwater soloing is like when there's like a cliff on the side of a beach or a lake or something, so you just don't use ropes and you climb up it. And I was deepwater soloing at Nickajack Lake, and I was probably about like 45 feet up, and I popped off and I hit the water weird, and my entire body just sort of like folded in half.
Sophomore Ben Hammers, 8th in the country for speed climbing.
Speed climbing, it's all the same. You just wait in a line pretty much. You all line up, 2 people go, they switch, and then they're done. Most competitions, not really nervous, because I know that it's just another competition. Nationals is a different story though, because you're freaking out, you're against the best in the country. Even that doesn't even compare to the finals at nationals. The spotlight's on you, everything's quiet until you start climbing. And in my case, they were playing Call Me Maybe on the radio. After finals, I did cry a little bit because I was upset about how I did, but at the same time I was like, wow, I just got 8th in the country.
For the Deck, I'm Jude Holmes.
2 years ago, we asked students where they thought they would be in 10 years. Now we're looking back at what they said and how their answers have changed.
I'm gonna be an FBI agent. I don't want to have like 5 kids by the time I'm 25, but sometime in the next 20 years, maybe doing something with animals or FBI. I mean, I really love all animals, so any kind of career with that, like a vet or I don't know what else, like a zookeeper. So my life backup plan, if all else fails, I will just go live in Iceland.
I'll have my PhD in math or in physics, but all the rules of the universe will have been written. So I'm gonna get a job at Starbucks and live in a small apartment.
It would be kind of cool to be like, not a CEO, but some kind of executive that doesn't really have to do anything, but still makes a lot of money. And my lifestyle would just be chilling out, doing whatever I want in my bachelor pad. My life takes a turn for the worst. I could always become like a bank robber or become homeless and just play music on the streets.
We're gonna go travel the world.
And in exactly 10 years, we're gonna be at the top of Mount Everest, getting ready to jump off with a parachute. 10 years, I wanna be rich. I'm only coming back to my reunion if I can drive a nice car and show off.
I'm gonna wrestle alligators. My dream job, I like dolphins. I would be like a dolphin hanger-outer.
Dolphin trainer?
Yeah. So I just want to pet dolphins.
So you want to pet dolphin, that'll be your job.
Our last girl is Autumn Kirkendall, who is helping a cause close to her heart.
I think it's going to go really great. It's really fun to see everyone kind of getting together, and I think my mom's going to be coming for a little bit, so everyone will get to see her. I think it'll just be really easy, really laid back, and it'll be really fun.
The MS Walk was held at Piedmont Park, where thousands of people came to show their support.
That paper.
Walk MS is a 3-mile walk that raises awareness and funds for multiple sclerosis research.
It's going really well. We have like 17 people, I think, and everyone seems to be having a really great time. I'm very happy. I think the adrenaline is keeping me going. So I've been doing the Walk MS, so I've been trying to get people involved with that. Sold ribbons during lunch for a week and during Tour Decatur to talk to them about what MS is and how it affects people. So multiple sclerosis is an autoimmune disease where the immune system is attacking the myelin sheath around the nerve.
MS causes a variety of symptoms, such as trouble with walking, vision, and memory. Autumn has witnessed its effects on her family.
My mom has MS. She was diagnosed in 1996. I've never really known her without it, and so growing up with a mom with MS, it's something that's very important to me. I take care of her in the sense of giving her directions or reminding her what I'm doing for the day, or even sometimes just helping her upstairs, whereas she helps me in the way that a mother takes care of a child. So it's more of a balance than her just taking care of me. We had so many people here, and everyone's been wanting to know about it and supportive, and really it's just very humbling.
That's it for our series. The class of 2014 has accomplished a lot, and even though today we showed you girls who rock, we can't forget about the boys. Log on to 310.org to check it out. For The Deck, I'm Noemi Griffin.
Today is the seniors' last official day, so we asked them to reflect back on their past 4 years. The Deck's Connor Allison, Mary Adams, and Anna Downing spent the past couple of weeks talking to their fellow seniors.
The good, the bad, and the awkward. What is their most embarrassing moment?
So those fire doors that close automatically sometimes, walked into one of those as it was closing automatically.
Somebody stole one of my shoes one day while I was in gym class, and I had my shoes on, so I had to walk around school with no shoes. And I looked like a junkie.
Mine was freshman year. It was I think it was like one of the first days of school. I had went to lunch, and I was in the lunch line, and then Louis McCooch, long self, had skipped me, and he turned around and he snatched my lunch tray out my hand, and I just wanted to beat him, but I couldn't because I was like this tall.
One sentence printed in the yearbook can define a senior's high school legacy. What were their yearbook quotes?
Mine was 2 Chainz. You were looking at a shark in a fish tank.
My yearbook quote was touchdown Decatur. I quoted Mr. Anderson because like when I was little, I used to like not have enough money to get in the games, so I used like I could hear that from my house, just him saying touchdown Decatur. So it was just one of my dreams.
Mine was I'm out there big. That was my quote. It wasn't as sentimental as that one.
I don't think I'm in the yearbook, so I don't have a quote.
To take a picture. Tomorrow the seniors will walk out the front doors for the last time, but their spirits will live on in the halls. What will the class of 2014 be remembered for?
I think our class will be remembered for just not messing up, being the only class that's like a good, really good class. Yeah.
We were chill class.
We are too chill. Too chill. Yeah. We need to get a little bit more turned.
Compared to the last few classes, we were good kids.
Yeah, we didn't like cause really many problems, which I guess.
Yeah. I think Miss Loster likes us the best.
I think that's why we'll be forgotten, most likely.
I think the medication most of us are on to keep us calm, cool, calm, and collected will be remembered for that. We were one of the soothest classes Decatur has ever had.
But every Tuesday, all of that changes on social media.
So Takeout Tuesday is this Instagram segment. You know, it's hashtag TOT, Takeout Tuesday. So you take a picture of somebody and then you take another picture of what they look like and you collide them together, therefore roasting on that person. So I have a couple of pictures of myself. So right there, that's Santiana Carter, and as you see her hair, she's looking like Frederick Douglass in this photograph. And I don't know who that is, but yeah, that is a Takeout Tuesday right there.
I actually made a picture. Him with his tongue out looks like a monkey with its tongue out. And, you know, he kind of resembles Michael Jackson in a way. You know, basically showed the world.
Before they leave, the seniors wanted to pass on some helpful reminders. What advice do they have for the underclassmen?
Work hard, but also have fun in high school and not just, you know, let it be like a waste of time.
Number one, step your swag all the way up so people do not joan on you.
Do your work. For freshman year, do your work, and then you can chill all the rest of the year.
Keep your grades up, at least a B average, because the Hope Scholarship's a pretty good deal.
Learn how to spit some game, because y'all be slacking, bro. Y'all be slacking.
When we do pay attention to you is when you make big clusters in the stairwells, and it makes it difficult for us to get to class on time. So please don't do that.
My advice is don't do drugs. Don't do drugs.
Well, that's all we have for deck number 55. We hope you enjoyed the show.
Good luck on your finals, have a relaxing summer break, and we'll see you next year on The Deck.